Good day, everyone. Merry meet. My name is Glennis, and I'm the Witch of Whitetail Hollow. I want to welcome you to Wednesday Witches Brew, an open forum where you guys are welcome, where you're always welcome to ask me whatever you like, make comments, suggestions, but there may be a specific question or something that you really, really want to know. And that, I may think, oh, they're not interested or whatever. But last week I had someone ask me how I made black salt. And it just so happens that, and I've told you guys there is no such things as coincidences. Well, and just so happens, I think within hours, I was making hot foot powder. And of course, they wanted my hot foot oil, but I said, well, I think we could, of course, you guys know we could amp it up a notch. And so I made some hot foot powder for them. And I also incorporated black salt into the workings for this person. Um, so those of you who want to know how I make black salt, I don't think that I make it really actually any differently. But of course, what I start out with first and foremost is my cauldron. Um, now for this particular person, and again, I make black salt for different specific things. So this was special for them. Of course, and what I burned here is some star anise or star anise, some frankincense and myrrh resin, uh, sage, rose hips and rose petals. I actually added some chamomile in here. I added patchouli, bay leaves, and let's see what else, cedar. Now the reason I added chamomile, chamomile is of course has a very calming effect, but chamomile also is known to bring in money. Um, I use cedar. Cedar is a great grounder and a great purifier. Bay leaves, of course, for protection and purification. And of course, salt. And we all know salt forces negativity away. Cloves. Also, cloves are known to attract money. And cloves are also known to shut people up. So I'm going to just leave that one alone. And of course, patchouli is known to bring in money. And yarrow, I always add yarrow. I just love yarrow. And it is a great healer. Okay, we're gonna just leave that one there. But of course, I burned all of this, and I still have some of it here. I think you guys can see. Now, some of these things, and you have to do your due diligence. You can burn and get them burned down and, make sure everything is ground up. But some herbs you should not be burning inside. So just do your research. And if you have to take it outside, I know a lot of herbs that I've used before definitely should not be burned inside at all. And so just, be mindful of that. But I've got everything burned down, but I will start with, and this is take two, but what I do is I start with a little container, and I'll go ahead and get this out of here. I'll just start with a little container. I'll use my salt. I'll pour a little bit of salt in, and I have a little piece of selenite here. You guys know I have this piece that when I'm working, I have it with me. But I use a small piece of selenite to work through this and work through the salt before I add the herbs. Of course, here, so you're just going to have to forgive me there. But I will be putting in my intentions for this particular person, and I will be working with this. And I add Palo Santo. And of course, as you guys know, I have some Palo Santo here too, but I'm a huge and very firm believer in Palo Santo, as it, what sage is it at good at cleansing a, an area, whether it be inside, outside, yourself, whatever. Palo Santo is one that will repel any negativity, whether it be a negative um, deity that you don't want kicking around, or whether you've seen something that has startled you. Palo Santo will kick it in the proverbial rear, so to speak, and boot it out. So and you may have some negativity coming in by in your mundane life, someone that's negative for whatever reason, I don't know, but that will help hopefully keep them at bay a little bit. But basically, I've just burned all of this. Once I feel like my intention for this particular person or for purpose, I've added it in here. I will add, and I have added tourmaline chips in here. And again, this tourmaline is just for protection. And I also have a larger piece of tourmaline here, and I'll plop it right in the middle. And I'll get my piece of selenite here. And what I will do is I will just keep this, and I will take it back and put it on my altar and ask my deities to work their magic with it. And now the person that has probably by now my hot foot oil and my hot foot powder, I said I was going to send some black salt in a container like this. Well, I kind of changed my mind. Go figure, right? And I put it in a bigger pouch because I sent a little more. Now, black salt, as you guys, many guys know, I use this, I have it in a small container up under my bed. I have a smaller container of it in my car. You can use it after if you have smudged and cleansed your home and done that, you can use it around the perimeter of your home. And in their case, where they are using the hot foot oil and hot foot powder and doing a little bit of, banishing, so to speak, work, at the end of that, which is 9 days, I've instructed them to sprinkle this from their front door, whatever door it is they come and go from, and to sprinkle it from their front door on out, sweep it away from the property. And well, you guys know the rest of the story if you watch the video, but it's great to have around the perimeter of your home. And again, you can make different black salt for different purposes. This one was for self-love, of course, protection, for prosperity, to bring in prosperity. And prosperity comes in many, many different forms, as you guys already know. I've spoken about, of course it comes in through money, but it comes in, you may develop new friends. So there's a multitude of, as far as this particular black salt, it's actually quite lovely, and I hope you enjoy it. I want to thank you guys again for joining me. If you have any questions for next week, please feel free to ask. I'm always happy to share what I know. With that, I'm going to say merry part, and I hope to merry meet again. Goodbye, guys.